Metal sculptures are nothing but line drawings in three-dimensional forms. Metal sculptures can be many things. They can be dynamic, they can move, they can interact, they can be whatever your imagination would want it to be. Sometimes I look at objects and turn them into metal, whether they're trees or cars or trains, and I put a whimsical touch to them. Let's take a look at some of the metal sculptures. Oh, here's a metal sculpture. This is a crane walking through the bushes. It's made out of steel, and then I painted it with paint to make it look like it's made out of bronze, and then it's sort of weathered over the years. This is a train. Everybody likes trains. I used some plumbing parts right in here. The rest was made out of steel. I used some washers for the wheels. It was quite the steam engine. This is a metal sculpture. You can see the guy is in there getting ready to shift gears. Parts turn. It's got controls. Big hefty engine in the front. 50 caliber machine guns. I have to believe when I'm not around here that this thing flies around at night when I'm not here. Island on Top of the World by Walt Disney Movies. This is the scene in the movie where the guy was out trying to fix the propeller and he was hanging on. So I sort of captured it into a metal sculpture. Yeah, those are toilet floats that are carrying the airship. This is a B-25. This is a large airplane. During World War II, it was a medium bomber. I made it out of sheet metal. I used to have this hanging under the porch, and sometimes birds would nest right in there. You can see in the waist gun area, and I called them the crew. And when the wind would blow, when it was hanging outside under the porch, I mean, this propeller must have raised Cain with the mother and all her babies, but they would hang around till they learned to fly. Then they would bail out of the airplane and take off. This is a Stenson aircraft. I built this one without any sheet metal on it, just to show the framework and how it works. That's actually the gas tank is a float out of a carburetor. 4-cylinder engine. Some detail of how all the parts work on an aircraft. This is a Japanese aircraft hanging in the basement. It's got a bomb on it. It's the cat. Hey, where you going, cat? Hey. This is a motorcycle Harley-Davidson made during the war. It actually had a machine gun on the back. The guy would ride in a sidecar, and I guess he would fire that thing as they were driving through the fields. Pretty neat. This was the first steam engine in Pennsylvania. And you might recognize this guy. He was in Star Wars. He was one of the guards. Looked like a gargoyle, but you remember him in Star Wars? And this is Charlton Heston. He's an incense holder. Never got around to making the horses for him. Oh, here's a detail study I did on the pastel painting. I tried to work out all the details of the dogs. Never really did dogs before. So I would do a practice drawing. This is in pastel before I did the original piece. This is the SC6 that you saw in the oil painting. I made a metal sculpture of it. It's hard to believe when in World War II with this. It actually had fabric wings. This is Mr. and Mrs. Owl and all the kids. And of course, don't forget the baby. This is made out of copper, steel. This part I brass coated after I cut the strips up. And you can see here, I used tin snips to cut all the metal to make the feathers. This is not your normal sculpture. And each time this will trigger, these little trigger devices changes the tracks underneath of which the next pass will be. And sometimes it comes over to the elevator, goes down, and into the Army helmet. And rings the bell. This is all made out of welding rods. Now this one took a while. I think I spent all winter on it.